Have your props nearby. Walk to. So we're going to stand in mountain pose and just become aware of your body and space. So close your eyes, feel your feet. Take a breath in through your nose, exhale, let it go. And then just feel your toes, wiggle them. Bend and straighten your knees a couple of times. You want to feel the knees nice and relaxed underneath. Check in with your hips and maybe just kind of shift your hips a little bit to the right and to the left. And shoulders, draw them up by your ears, relax them down. Feel your neck and the back of your head and top of your head, and just feel like it's like neck is long. You're expanding all the way upwards towards the top of your head. Fingertips are reaching towards the earth. Your jaw's unclenched. And let's take a couple of deep breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Just let yourself arrive here in your practice. And then we'll inhale the arms up over your head. Join your palms together and then bring them into your heart. And let's start with an intention for your practice today. So setting your intention, being present, and then just finding expansion in your posture. So that really means to really breathe deeply and open places that are stuck. And then once you've set your intention, we'll inhale the arms up. We're just going to do some slow movement of the breath with the arms floating out. We're going to take a slow dive forward and then bend your knees as much as you need to touch the earth. And then we're going to slide the hands up your thighs just to lengthen. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold. And then your arms are going to reach out to the side and all the way up over your head. And then exhale, bring your arms down. We're going to do that again. So big full breath in as the arms float up. And exhale, fold all the way down. You're going to touch your mat. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift and lengthen your spine. And then exhale to fold. And then reverse swan dive, arms all the way up. And exhale, arms down to mountain pose. We're going to do some standing cat and cow. So you're going to bend your knees, place your hands onto your thighs. And we'll start with a cat pose. So you're going to push down, round your spine, just tuck your chin into your chest. And then as you inhale, you're lifting your gaze, lifting your tailbone. So exhale to round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Let's do 2 more of those. Big breaths in and out as you move your spine in both directions, warming it up. And then we're going to end in your cat pose. You're going to round your spine. And then we're going to roll all the way up to stand and just continue moving those shoulders, just rolling them around. And then we're going to go into some sun salutations. We're going to do them nice and slow, meditative types of sun salutations. Okay, so I've got a few more people on. And I know it's not interactive, Rachel. It's just, it's a live stream. I know, but hopefully you guys, if you can't stay on, I'm recording this, so hopefully you'll get to watch it later. All right, so you're going to stay on the top of your mat and connect to the feet. We're going to inhale the arms up high. And then as you exhale, fold all the way down, touch the mat, and then inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold down. All right, so we're going to step back with your right foot and then your left foot. We're going to come into a plank posture. So standing up, reaching up through the heels, and then we're going to lower down. So knees first, untuck your toes, come all the way down to your belly. And then as you inhale, we're lifting up into cobra pose, and then keep pressing yourself up through tabletop, and then stretch your hips back towards your heels. Tuck the toes, let's lift up into downward facing dog pose. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and then exhale your breath out through your mouth. 1 more of those. And exhale, and then look ahead. We're going to walk our feet all the way up to the top of your mat. And then slide your hands up, lift and lengthen, and then exhale to fold. And then reverse swan dive. Arms are going to sweep all the way out, all the way up. And then exhale, ending in your mountain pose. And then inhale, both arms high. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then we'll step back with your right foot and then your left foot coming into plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down to the earth. And then use your breath to lift in your cobra pose. And then keep pressing all the way back through tabletop. Hips stretch back, tuck your toes, downward facing dog pose. 2 breaths here. Nice big full inhales and exhales. And then look ahead, walk your feet all the way up. And then inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. We're going to bend both of our knees and come into your chair pose. So your arms are going to be right in front of your chest. You can look at the palms of your hands. We're going to stay in chair pose, but we're going to hinge forward and the arms are going to stretch back and you're going to look down at the floor. And then inhale, come back with your arms forward. So the whole time we're staying in chair, as you move your arms back and then lift. We'll do 1 more of those. Reach back and then press down into your feet. We're coming all the way up. So straighten your legs, reach your arms up high, and then we'll take a little back bend. Open up the sternum and the heart, and then exhale, let your arms come down by your side. So we're back in mountain pose. Roll your shoulders here a couple times, just letting go of tension. Deep breaths in and out of your nose. Good. And then just stand up nice and tall. Feel like you grew an inch already. And then both arms are reaching up. And then as you exhale, we're coming all the way down to the earth. And then walk straight back into downward facing dog pose. So we're going to skip going to the floor. Deep breath in and out. Look at your feet, bring them together. And then let's reach the right leg up nice and high. So extend it up. And then as you exhale, bend your knee. We're going to bring it into your chest. We're stepping that foot all the way through. And we're coming up into crescent lunge. So use your core muscles to get you all the way up there. And then stretch your arms up high. Good, so breathe here, take a nice big breath into the chest, and then as you exhale, we're gonna just round and bow forward. You're gonna pull your arms back, look down, and then as you inhale, reach up high. Do that again 2 more times. As you exhale, round your upper back, think your cat pose, and then inhale, lift and open, think your cow pose as you open the chest. Last one, rounding in. And then we're reaching up high. And then both hands are going to come down to the ground. And we're stepping back to plank pose. And then lifting up high into downward facing dog pose. Deep breath in and out. Good. Shift forward to your plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, lift up cobra pose. Exhale, right back into downward facing dog pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, breath out. Another one. And then we're going to step forward with the left foot and then the right foot. Standing forward, bend. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then roll yourself all the way up to mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back. Okay, so we're going to come to warrior 2. So we're stepping back with the left foot and we're opening out to warrior 2. All right, so open up, stretch your arms out wide. Take a deep breath in and out. Turn both of your palms up towards the sky and then reach them up. So you're over your head and then look up at your hands. And then your right hand is going to hold your left wrist and we're stretching back into a reverse warrior. So breathing in, breathing out. Opening up space on their side body. And then slowly straighten their right leg, moving into triangle pose. So extending forward and then the arms are splitting apart. So big, wide, expansive breath here. And then bend your elbows, bring your hands into your heart center. And then as you inhale, breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more of these. Wide arms and together. Last one. Good. Bring your hands together and then slowly coming all the way up And then back into your warrior two. And then as you exhale, both your hands are coming down to your mat. We're stepping back to plank pose. And exhale, lower to the earth. Locust pose, arms are long by your side, thumbs down, pinkies up. And let's lift and lengthen. Breathe in, breathe out. Last breath. Lower yourself down. And then bend your elbows, bring them underneath the shoulders. Let's press all the way up. And back into downward facing dog pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at your feet, bring them together. And then reach your left leg high. And then we're bringing that knee into your chest. We're stepping it forward, coming all the way up into your crescent lunge. Both arms reach high. Inhale and exhale. And then we're bending the elbows, rounding forward. And then inhale, we're reaching up. So really draw your abs in here as you round your spine. Inhale, lift up, look up. Last one, exhale. Inhale, stretch way up there. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step back to downward facing dog pose. Reach your hips up high. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, lower down. Reach your arms long, full locust pose. 2 more breaths. Keep reaching your tailbone back toward your heels. Keep that breath flowing. 1 more. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands under shoulders. Press up. All the way back into your downward facing dog pose. And then walk your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse one dive, arms reach overhead. And then exhale, back to mountain pose. All right, stepping out wide, we're gonna go into that warrior two on the left side. So turn your left toes out, bend your knee. Inhale, float your arms out wide. Big breath in, so really reach up the crown of the head, connecting to the feet. Turn both of your palms up towards the sky. And this time your right hand's gonna hold your left wrist, and we're reaching back into that reverse warrior. So you can turn your gaze upwards. Feel the spaciousness that you're creating in your side body. Full breathing. Good, let's straighten the front leg, and we're coming into triangle pose. So as you extend forward, arms stay wide, so reaching up and down at the same time. And then as you exhale, bring your hands into heart. Inhale, open. Good, 2 more of those. Big breath in. Wide, expansive breath. Last one, reach. Hands come together, we're coming all the way up. Okay, turn your feet so they're parallel. Reach your hands behind your back and clasp them. Lift your chest, and then we're exhaling chest expansion here. So we're just folding forward, breathing in and out. And just go to wherever your shoulders want you to go, so whatever available to you without forcing it. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your mat, or maybe use your block for support underneath the hands. And then we're just going to gently bend one knee at a time, just gliding from side to side. All right, so we're going to end with your right knee bent, and we're going to walk our hands over towards the inside. We're turning the right foot out like you're going to go into warrior two. So we're taking those warrior two legs, turning your left toes in. Your hands are going to stay on the mat, but we're going to walk them a little further forward, kind of like a fallen warrior. And you can put your hands on your prop if you need to, or on the floor. But keep your legs and hips back, but just stretch the arms forward. It's kind of like a downward facing dog pose, but your legs are in the warrior two shape. All right, feel this in your low back. Your spine should feel nice and long. Lift your lower belly. Take one more breath like that. And then you're gonna walk your hands in closer and closer to your right foot. Grab your block. We're setting up for a pigeon pose or lizard pose. Right, so you can extend your left leg back. Maybe you're lowering it down to the ground. And then your hands can stay on the floor. You can lower it down onto your forearms or maybe take a block. So if you're staying in lizard pose, we're gonna keep that foot right underneath of your ankle and knee. If you're coming to pigeon pose, you can walk your foot over to the left side of your mat and then just lower your shin down and come into your pigeon pose. And then whatever available to you, you can move forward into it and soften. Take some deep breaths in and out of your nose. So wherever you are, we're going to transition back into downward facing dog pose. So tuck your toes under, lift your hips up high. Take some deep breaths in and out of your nose. Okay, and then we're going to reach the right leg high. Bend your knees, step it forward. We're coming back into crescent lunge. So keeping that left heel lifted as we rise all the way up. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows and bring your hands into heart center. We're going to move into a little bit of rotation. So slowly just rotating your upper body towards the right and then come back to center. Do that again and back to center. And then just one more as you rotate. And then we're going to split the arms. So your left arm is going to come down to your outer thigh and your right arm is reaching way up. Stay there and breathe. If you want to deepen it, you're hinging forward. So maybe you're sliding that arm down. Still keep long in your spine. Feel your inner thighs hugging towards each other. Last breath. And then slowly coming up, we're going to anchor that back foot down for warrior one. Bring your hands to your waist. Take a breath. All right, so your left hand's going to go just behind your hip, so just resting on the low back as your right arm reaches forward and up. So keep your gaze up towards your thumb. Keep lifting up out of your waist. Breathing in and out. So this is like a back bend, but be mindful here of your low back. So hold your belly in, draw the navel into the spine to get that nice bracing for your core to protect your low back. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, release both of your hands down to the ground. And then let's step back right into downward facing dog pose. And then lower your knees down. Let's come into a child's pose. Take your knees wide apart and then stretch your hips back. You can keep your arms extended or bend the elbows to support the head. Take some deep breaths in and out of your nose. Settle into the earth. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, stretch your arms forward, and then come tabletop, tuck your toes, downward facing dog pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. We're going to reach the left leg high. And then just bend that knee coming into your crescent lunge on this side. So as you step your foot forward, keep your right heel lifted, reach both arms up high. Good, bring your hands into your heart center. And then we're going to move into that rotation. So we're slowly rotating to the left, coming back to center. Inhale as you turn, exhale, come back. One more. Rotate, come back to center. And then rotate this last time. We're going to stay here, and then you can split your arms apart. Left arm high, right arm down. And if you want to, you could slide a little further. So as you hinge forward, keep your spine long. Keep reaching out through your right heel. Belly stays lifted. Inner thighs hug towards each other. Good. Slowly come out of it. So maybe bring your palms back together Unrotate, come all the way up, and we're gonna anchor your right foot down to warrior one. And then place your right hand onto your lower back, and then left arm stretching up. So keep lifting up so you can feel the breath moving up underneath your sternum and your ribs. Gaze is lifted. Heart center is reaching upwards. Breath is filling you up. Good, last one. And then as you exhale, go ahead and release both of your hands down to the earth. Step back, plank pose. And then as you exhale, lower to the earth. Let's take one more locust pose. So reach the arms back, really lengthen the body. And then option, if you want to clasp your hands and stretch the arms straight. Gaze is down at your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Last breath, release the arms first. Let your whole body melt down to the earth. And then bend your elbows, bring them underneath the shoulders. Let's press up to downward facing dog pose. And then left leg's gonna reach high. We're gonna bend the knee into your chest. We're gonna step your foot forward, setting up for your lizard pose. Actually, let's come to that fallen warrior first. Let's drop the right heel down. And then you're gonna walk your hands forward from the inside of your foot. And then keep your hips just where they are, but stretch the arms, just take the stretch. You're gonna feel it into your inner thigh, maybe into your hamstrings and your glutes. And now we'll walk our hands back in closer to your foot. And then you're gonna turn your hips facing forward, and you can drop your right knee down, choosing to come into your lizard pose. You can use your block of support, maybe your chair, lengthen your spine, stay there in lizard. Or if you're transitioning to pigeon pose, you'll just walk your left foot all the way over to the right side of your mat, and then you'll lower your shin and your knee down. And then you can extend your right leg back nice and straight. So first, walk your hands in close to your hips, and then as you exhale, walk them forward. So you're gonna find whatever is available to you on this side, move into it. Be mindful of your hips, your lower back, your spine as you breathe in and out. Take some really long, deep breaths here as you sink in. Find a sense of release and letting go. Get about 2 to 3 more breaths here, wherever you are. Breathing deep. All right, we're going to make our transition back into downward facing dog pose. And then once you're there, bend your knees and reach your hips up high. Do 2 of those. And then we're going to walk our feet all the way up to our hands, standing forward bend. Then bend your knees. Let's come back to chair pose. Stretch the arms forward. Look ahead and then reach your arms back and then just hinge forward, so long spine. And then float the arms up. Reach them back, still staying in that chair pose. Keeping the spine long. Last one is the arms reach back. We're gonna sweep them forward, straighten your legs, reach all the way up, take a tiny little back bend. And then exhale, let your arms come all the way down by your side. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of balancing work. And we'll start with our feet in parallel position, standing up tall. Reach your arms up. Let's interlace the fingers, turn your palms up towards the sky. We're lifting up both of your heels. All right, so look straight ahead. Keep lifting up, breathing in and out of your nose. We're gonna lower the heels, and then we're gonna lift the heels. We're gonna do that 5 more times. Lower and lift. Keep pressing into the toe mounds. Reaching up, so you're working your ankle flexibility, your foot, your calves, all the way up to your hips. Good, last one, we're gonna lift up, we're gonna stay up there, and then we're gonna add little tiny side bends to the right and to the left. Good, Hold your steady gaze, keep breathing. Good, and then let your heels drop, or let your arms relax. Good, shake them out. Good, find your mountain pose, close your eyes. Deep breath in, exhale your breath out. All right, open your eyes, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, fold all the way down to the earth. Inhale to lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold or coming into plank pose. So just walk your feet back into your plank. Nice and strong plank pose. And then we're going to slowly let your left knee come down to the mat. Line up your left hand, left knee, and right foot. So go ahead and anchor the foot down. We're coming into a modified side plank. So we're reaching the arms up. So shoulders are stacked. Breathing in and out. You can float your right leg up and hold it. Good. See how long you can hold it there. Keep reaching up. Lower your foot and then stretch your arm up over your head and look at your hand. Lift up from your waist. So your bottom waist is lifting up, your top waist is opening. Good. One more breath. Let the arm come all the way down to your mat and then step back to your plank pose. Reach your heels away, lift your lower belly. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice and strong. All right, let's lower ourselves all the way down to the floor. Keep your hands under your shoulders, but move them out about 2 inches wider. Hug your arms into your waist so your elbows are hugged in nice and tight. Press down into your hips, and we're going to slowly peel up your chest. Come into this cobra pose. Stay up there. You're going to slowly turn your gaze to the right, back to center, over to your left, back to center, lower down. We're going to do one more of those. Inhale, lift. Look over to your left first, back to center, over to the right, back to center, exhale, lower down. Good, this time peel all the way up. We're going to do that side plank pose on the other side. So you're going to line up your right hand, right knee, and then reach your left leg back, anchor the foot. And then as you inhale, let's open up. The left arm stretches high. Turn your gaze upwards. Stay here and breathe. And if you want, you could float your left foot up, finding that balance. It's like half moon pose on your knees. If you move your shin out, you'll get a little bit more balance. Good, last breath. Lower your foot first and then reach your left arm over. Keep lifting up from your side waist. Take some big expansive breaths around your rib cage. Last one, and then exhale, let your hand come down. Let's find our child's pose, knees wide, stretch back, and soften. About 3 to 4 deep breaths in your child's pose. Inhale, let's come back up to tabletop position. Let's do a couple rounds of cat and cow pose, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, we're going to come to seated. All right, we're going to take first our legs out in front of us, sitting up tall. So you're going to feel your sitting bones all the way to the top of your head. Deep breath in and out. Let's bend the right knee and you're just going to fold it in. So you can bring your foot to your inner left thigh, and if your leg is a little tight, your hips a little tight, you can just leave that out to the side, whatever feels good on your body. All right, and then we're going to inhale both arms up. We're going to fold forward into the space here. So not toward your leg, either leg. We're going to be in the middle. So just walk your hands forward. You can bend your left knee if you want to. You can keep it straight. Spine stays long, sitting bones grounded. Your gaze is far ahead. Let's take some deep breaths in and out of your nose. And then we'll walk our hands closer to your left leg And then you just want to brace your left arm against your left leg as you sweep your right arm high. So you're lifting your gaze upwards. And then as you exhale, we're going to arc that arm over, reaching towards the toes, but you're still keeping the shoulders open. So you want to feel that on your back body as well as the front body. Take some deep breaths in and out of your nose. Good, and as you're coming out of it, let both of your arms reach up. Your right arm is going to come behind you nice and long, and then we're reaching back with your left arm. So you're reaching away from your leg. And then reach it forward. So we're going to kind of move back and forth here. Inhale, exhale, reach back. Inhale, reach up and over. And then one more as you reach back. We're going to lift up both of your hips. And then just kind of stretch back as far as you can. And then as you exhale, let the hips come down and let both of your arms come down. Let's take our legs forward in a nice wide-legged position. And then we're going to sweep from back and forth. Okay, so we'll start with the right leg. We're going to reach left arm up and over. And you're going to sweep both of your arms across the center and then ending with the right arm over your head. And then do that again. Sweep across the middle. Up and over, sweep across the middle, up and over. So use your breath as you move back and forth, inhaling and exhaling. Good, last one. Come to the center, hold on to your legs, or maybe bring your hands to the center, and then stay there and breathe. Feel the length in your spine, feel your sitting bones grounded. And then nod your chin to your chest. Let's roll all the way up, roll the shoulders back. And we're going to switch sides for head to knee pose. So let's bend the left knee in. All right, so bring your right hand and left arm forward. We're going to sweep the left arm over your head. Just bracing your right arm against that inner thigh. Good, and then release the arm all the way up, all the way over, place it on the floor, reach your right arm back. And let's go back and forth a couple of times. Reaching forward, reaching back away from your leg, reaching toward your leg. And as you bring your left arm down, take your right arm up, and then maybe you're lifting up your hips. And then keep stretching back as your hips lift towards the sky. Good. As you exhale, lower. And let your arms come down. Take your legs and stretch them forward. And both legs are going to be together. Flex and point your feet. Circle your ankles. And then bending the knees. All right, we're going to do a little bit of core work before we come down to the floor. So knees are going to be bent, feet are flat. Reach your arms forward and then plug your shoulders in. So you're going to feel your shoulder blades coming together on the back. Keep your gaze straight ahead. Take a breath in. As you exhale, pull your lower abs in. Let's lean back until you feel your abs engaged, and then stay there. Breathe. And you can stay here, or you can add picking up one foot, setting it down, picking up the other, setting it down. Maybe you're going to get both feet to stay up. Right, bring your knees together. Hold it there. Maybe cross your ankles. And then maybe move back a little bit, forward a little bit. So you're just taking this to your edge. So if you already met your edge, you're staying there. If you're still working towards your edge, see where you can go with it. See how low you can get to the floor, but be mindful of your low back. We'll do one more of these. And then you want to hug your knees in. And then we're going to slowly lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Bring your knees into your chest. And then add some circles here, circling around both directions. Breathing in and out. All right, so we're going to grab a yoga block or something you can put your hips up on. So go ahead and grab your block. And we're going to lift up our hips. We're going to put the block underneath. So we're coming to like a supported bridge pose. And let your knees drop into your chest. Stretch your legs up high, and then flex your feet. We're going to turn both of your legs out, so external rotation, and then open your legs out wide. And if you want, you can hold on to your inner thighs, right, just to kind of support them. And then really reach out through the heels. Get that stretch in your inner legs. And then we're going to bend the knees and bring the soles of your feet together. Let your hands rest on the floor. We're going to stretch the legs straight up towards the ceiling. Your legs are going to come together. They're still in external rotation. Split the feet apart, heels together. And then bring your toes together as you bend the knees and drop your heels straight down towards your pubic bone. Right, reach them up. Thighs and knees come together, feet come apart. And then as your feet come together, your knees move apart. Let's do 2 more of those. Reach up, really stretch out through the heels, and then bend. 1 more up, and then bend. Good, bring your knees together. Let your feet come down to the mat. We're lifting up into bridge pose. You're staying in bridge pose as you remove your block. Put your arms down to the floor. Take some deep, wide, expansive breaths into your chest. Feel your shoulders resting down to the mat. Press your hands down, feet down, lift up a little higher. Another deep breath. And then as you exhale, let's drop from your sternum to your mid-back, low back, and then tailbone. Good, deep breath in and out here. Let your body settle. All right, bring your feet closer together, and then let's bring your right knee into your chest, and we're going to cross your right ankle over top of your left thigh. Rock from side to side. And then we're going to pick up the left foot off the floor and extend your left leg up towards the sky so your leg is straight. So I'm still having my hands on the floor. I'm going to circle the whole left leg, which is going to be moving my right hip, but I'm moving from my left hip as I circle. Okay, and then circle in the other direction. And then come to stillness. Bend your left knee. And then lower back to the floor. Keep your right leg crossed over, and we're going to drop your right foot down to the floor, your right knees pointing up towards the sky. And we're going to stay here in sleeping pigeon. Arms are going to go wide. Deep breath in and out. If you need a deeper twist, move your legs up towards your left shoulder. If you need less, move them away from there. Okay, 2 more breaths. You're going to pick up your left leg, which is going to bring your right leg with it. So you're back in that figure 4, and then just uncross your legs. Grab your block, place it between your inner thighs, and then keep your feet off the floor. You want to be in tabletop position so your shins are parallel to the earth. Move your arms out to a T position. Take an in-breath. As you slowly exhale, I want you to squeeze the block, lower your knees to your left, and then squeeze the block, move back to center. Good. Do it again to the other side. So both knees are going to move to the right. Squeeze your block, return to center. And then keep going about 2 or 3 more times each side. As you go back and forth, squeeze the block to move back to center, engage your abs, and your oblique muscles should be firing. Let's finish up. And then come back to center. Let your feet come down to the mat. And then you take out your block. Let's do that figure 4 stretch on the other side. So crossing left ankle over right. Good. Stay here or pick up your right foot. Stay there or extend it up. And then we'll add circles. So moving from your right hip as you circle around. Go both directions. Good, then bend your right knee. Land it to the floor, and then we're going to come into sleeping pigeon. So we're going to let your left foot come down to the floor. Your right shin's going to drop. Your left knee's pointing up towards the sky. So you stay in that figure 4 position, you just moved it to its side, so it gives you a little rotation of your spine, a little twist. And then move your foot closer to your right shoulder to get more of a deeper twist. Arms can go wide. Deep breath in, exhale out. Okay, let's let all the breath out. Slowly come back to center and uncross. Beautiful. Bring your knees in. Let's take happy baby pose. So reach up and hold onto your ankles, outside edge of your feet, and then gently rock right and left. And then bring the soles of your feet together, and we'll just come into reclined cobbler pose. Let your soles of your feet stay together as you lower up to the floor. Place your hands onto your lower belly, and let's take some deep breaths in through the nose, all the way down to your belly. Just see how deeply you can get your breath. See if you can find your breath in all the little crevices, maybe down into your hips, down into your low back and sacrum, up into your shoulders and your necks. Any places that you're tight, just send your breath there. Find a sense of ease in your entire body. Okay, we're going to slowly bring your inner thighs together. And then we're stretching arms and legs up towards the ceiling. Let's circle the wrists and ankles both directions. And then we're shaking it all out. And we're preparing our body for Shavasana. So if you want to, you could just stretch your legs out. You can take them nice and wide. Let your feet splay open. Turn your palms up towards the sky. If you want to support your head, you can put a pillow or a folded blanket underneath of it, or any place in your body that needs support. You can be seated in a chair if you want to. Whatever is comfortable for you right now, just move into it. Find a sense of ease. Just let your body melt down to the earth, letting go of any holding, any efforting, any tension. Just let it all melt. Release. So feel your toes. Just let your toes relax. Let your leg bones feel heavy. Let your hips, your pelvis, your spine, your shoulders, the back of your head. Let the front of your body soften into the back body. Tops of your feet, tops of your legs, fronts of your hips, your belly, ribs, chest. Tops of your arms, your face, everything just melting. Your breath is flowing in and out with ease. Your mind is quiet. Okay, slowly start to bring your awareness back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Begin to invite movement back into your arms, into your legs as you awaken your body. And then when you're ready, hug your knees in. And then slowly roll to your right. Make your way up into a comfortable seat. Close your eyes, take a moment, check in, notice, and then join your palms together at your heart. Lower your chin towards your chest. Return to your intention that you set for your practice today, finding gratitude. And then as you inhale, bring your thumb knuckles up to your third eye point, the space between your eyebrows. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a great day.